Hi, and welcome to Rise and Thrive Yoga's New to Yoga series, week 2 instructional video. So today we're going to start moving along. We're going to review a couple of poses that we learned last week and learn some new ones. So get ready for our new week 2 video. So we're going to start an easy pose again, and we're going to learn a new breath. So this is called Ujjayi breath, or ocean sounding breath, because it sounds like the waves of the ocean. Or sometimes people call it Darth Vader voice, so it just depends. So when you first do it, it may not sound exactly how you may hear other people do it, and that's okay, because everyone's a little bit different in our bodies. So, but it's just more about, think about what I say and practicing, and then it may just become second nature for you. And if you're really stuffed up right now, this might not work for you because you're breathing in and out through your nose. So if you need to pause and blow your nose, or if you're really stuffed up, have a cold right now, you might just want to skip this, and just while we're doing this, just do regular breathing, whatever feels comfortable for you today. All right, there's always an option, but I like to teach this one because it's a really calming breath for your nervous system, and you can use it anytime you need just a few moments to relax from a stressful situation or kind of just reset your day. All right, so we're going to start by closing our eyes, or just have a soft gaze, just because it kind of helps us tune into our breath, sitting up tall in a comfortable position, easy pose, or whatever you choose for the day. All right, so you're going to breathe in through your nose, and then before you exhale, you're going to kind of feel like almost like you're constricting your throat a little bit, and then breathe out through your nose. So you're going to do it so it kind of sounds like a wave going out. So just try it. So breathing in through your nose, and then closing your mouth and breathing back out through your nose. So just try that a few times. We'll try it again in the next video too, and it's just something you can kind of come back to. So just breathing in through your nose, feeling of constricting your throat just a little bit, and breathing out through your nose. One more time. And don't worry if you're not quite sure how to do it, or if you're not sure if it felt right, we'll come back to it again and practice some more. And you can always email me, call me, whatever, if you have any questions, and we can go through it again as well. All right, so sitting in easy pose, we're gonna bring our arms to cactus. So arms out to the side, goalpost arms, cactus arms, fingers spread wide, shoulders down and back, sticking out your chest just a little bit. Awesome. Now we're going to close those cactus arms. So palms come to meet, fingertips come to meet, forearms come to meet, elbows come to meet. So our elbows are a little bit lower than shoulder height. We're sitting up tall. You can engage your core here, so bring belly button towards spine. Let's wake up that belly. And then from here, we're going to inhale, lift your elbows up a little bit. So everything's going to come up a little bit. And then the exhale, slowly release back to start. All right, so inhaling up, exhaling down. So you may feel we're working through our shoulders and our upper back here. You may feel it in your biceps and your triceps. This is kind of one of those sneaky warm-up moves. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Awesome. Bring those arms out, shake them up. All right, arms out to the side. So we're gonna do the overhead twist. So hands out, palms facing up. We're gonna inhale as we slowly lift both arms up over our head. Palms come to touch. And then as we exhale, we're gonna twist on the exhale. So we're gonna slowly exhale our arms down. Left hand comes to right knee, right hand comes behind us. And then right away, we're gonna inhale both arms back up again. Palms come to touch, awesome. And then exhale down, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhaling back up, you're doing a great job. Exhaling back to the right. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling to the left. Awesome. So I think we've woken up the spine a little bit and we're ready to move on. So we're gonna go back to table. And like I said last week, table is really a great foundational pose, so we come back to it a lot. So here we go. Let's see what we remember from last week. So we're coming up on our hands and knees. Our fingers are spread wide, palms gently gripping the mat. Back is flat. We're pushing away from the mat with our hands. Our shoulders are down. Our knees are about hips width apart, tops of our feet pressing into the mat. And remember, you can have a blanket under your knees, a blanket under your hands, and also come up on fists if that's more comfortable. So remember those cues from last week. And then we're gonna go into a little bit of cat-cow, which we did last week. So we're gonna, now that we've got our table all set, we're gonna inhale, chin and chest come forward, belly drops towards the mat. And then exhale, push away from the mat, chin comes to chest, lower back rounds as our gaze goes in between our knees towards our big toes. Again, inhale, chin and chest come forward, belly drops, back arches slightly, looking forward, gentle neck. Exhale, chin comes to chest, lower back rounds. One more time, inhale, come forward. Nice and slow. Exhale, come back. All right, our spine is feeling really good right now. Now we're gonna make our way to standing. I'm gonna do some standing poses today. All right, so we're in mountain pose. All right, I'm actually gonna move to my side so you can see me. So if you have blocks, grab your blocks and you're gonna put them on the highest, so they can go the highest. So they're on the short end, up high in front of you. So put them maybe about 6 inches in front of your toes or so. We can always adjust them as we go. So we're in mountain. So let me just show you from the front. So we're in mountain. Feet are about hips width apart. Arms are by our side. Shoulders down away from our ears. Slight bend in the knees. All right, so that's where we are. So set yourself up there feeling nice and strong. All right, so now we're gonna do a forward fold. So forward fold is where we're bending kind of in half. But we wanna make sure we bend from our hips if we can, and not rounding our back too much, okay? So we wanna bend from our hips. And by using the blocks, it kind of brings the floor up to us rather than us feeling we have to get all the way down to the floor. And we're gonna really start with a really nice, strong bend in our knees because we're just warming up, and this position's not normal unless we're like bending down to pick something up off the floor, but we're never hanging out down there, which is kind of what we're gonna do right now. So I want you to start by getting a nice bend in your knees. All right, so bend down in your knees. All right, and then we're gonna tip at the hips forward. Okay, see how my back's nice and flat, and I just tipped at my hips. Okay, and if you want to do this in front of a mirror, sometimes that's helpful. And then we're just going to place our hands on the blocks, or if you don't have blocks, you can just kind of hang down, or maybe stack some books, or find a box that might be about this height. And if you feel like you can go a little bit lower, you can always turn your blocks. All right, so we want to start to bring our chest towards our thighs. So we're gonna try to lean our chest down onto our thighs. Okay, so kind of see where you go. So now that I've really bent my knees, my hands can actually touch the ground. But you can kind of go wherever feels good. All right, and then you wanna hang your head so that the crown of your head is facing towards the mat. And if you have vertigo or low blood pressure, you wanna be really careful and moving really slowly in these motions. Also make sure you're hydrated really well. All right, now we're gonna slowly come up again. Put my hands back in my block. And we're gonna come to halfway lift. So halfway lift is kind of, we started out there. So my back is flat, my knees are still bent. So this is halfway lift. So forward fold is all the way down. And then halfway lift is here with my back flat. Awesome. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is ragdoll. So we're gonna go back to the forward fold, and then we're gonna let go of the blocks if you had your hands on the blocks, and grab opposite hand to opposite elbow.
So our knees are still really bent. Crown of our head is reaching towards the ground. And then from here, we're gonna shake our head. Yes. And then shake our head no. So we're working our neck, just releasing a lot of tension. And then we're gonna slowly roll back out. Nice and slow. So you just did like half a sun salutation, which we'll learn later on. So that's mountain, forward fold, halfway lift, and ragdoll. So that was a lot. We just learned a lot in that time. All right, so we're gonna work on some balance. So let's move these blocks out of our way for right now, but keep them close because we're gonna use them at the end. So we're gonna go back to mountain pose. All right, so we're standing hips width apart. Hands are by our sides. I want you to lift up your toes, drop them back down. Lift up your heels and drop them back down. All right, so we've got a really firm balance. You can really feel your whole foot on the ground right now. All right, so you're really in touch with the ground. Slight bend in your knees. Roll your shoulders down and back. All right, so we're balanced on 2 feet. So we're halfway there. So there's 3 different versions of tree pose for your feet, 3 different versions for your arms. So we're gonna go through all of them. All right, so we're gonna start with balancing on our left. So I want you to put a slight micro bend in that left knee. Really push your weight onto that left side, okay? So you can kind of feel more pressure on your left side, kind of lifting up on your right. Hands are gonna start on your hips. You're gonna lift that right heel up off the ground. So now you're feeling a little more pressure again on that left side. Still micro bend in that left knee. I want you to bring your right heel either to that bone that sticks out in the middle, on the side of your ankle, the inside of your ankle. So either bring your heel to that bone or right above it. So you're up on your toes, your heel is meeting your right heel is meeting your left ankle. All right, and then you're gonna open up your right knee to the side. Awesome, so you're opening up through your hips. You might feel it through your glutes. So this is the first position of tree pose. So we're really balancing on that left foot and your right toes. And we're standing tall, crown of your head lifting towards the ceiling. Awesome. So kind of get a feel for this. Take a couple breaths. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna dig a little bit deeper. So again, make sure that micro bends in that left knee. Super important not to lock out that left knee. Standing tall. And if you want to hold on to a wall, you have a wall nearby, always an option. Or a chair near you, grab onto the chair. All right, so we're really pushing into that left foot. And then we're gonna bring the inside of our right foot to the inside of our left lower leg. So your foot's below the knee. You never wanna put your foot on your knee because then it just causes more stress on your knee, and our knees already take a lot of impact through the day. So our right knee is still open to the side, and you really press that right sole of your foot into your left calf. That sounds really weird, but that helps you balance. So think about standing tall again. Relax your shoulders. Awesome. Take a few deep breaths here. All right. Excuse me. Allergies. All right, so now we're gonna move a little bit deeper. So this one, unless your balance is amazing, you're a ballerina, you might wanna grab onto a wall. So you might see me wobble, and wobbling's okay. So if you fall out of this pose, just kind of reset. Don't try to jump right back into it. So if you fall, start back from the bottom and then move your way up, all right? Don't go crazy. There's no reason to jump back into it. You want to do whichever one of these 3 positions you can hold comfortably and balance without falling out every 2 seconds. Because holding the pose is what's most important. It's not how high you can get. It's just some people want to do a little bit more. Their bodies feel like doing a little bit more. I've been doing tree pose for a long time. I love it. It's one of my favorite poses to challenge my balance, because balance is important as we get older. And see, I fall out of it when I talk with my Italian hands. All right. So enough talking, let's go to the next one. So we're here, hands on our hips. Now you may need to, because I need to, grab your ankle and then bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. So again, pressing that right foot into your left thigh, right knee's opening up to the side. I'm gonna wobble a little bit more because I'm talking. And you wanna find your drishti point. So drishti is Sanskrit, and so it's a non-moving point. So you wanna look, like I usually look like above the screen. Right now I'm like looking out my window at a fence post. So I'm gonna stare at the top of that fence post, and that will help you keep your balance. Again, pushing into that left foot and pushing into your right foot. And if this is too much, grab onto the wall, grab onto a chair, grab onto something nearby, find your drishti point. But if it's too much, go back to here or go back here. There's no need to push yourself. This is the instructional video. I'm giving you a whole bunch of options. Everyone's balance is different. All right, so let's just do one more deep breath up here and let it out. All right, put that back down. I'm just gonna do a little subtle motion to kind of give our legs a rest before we move to the next side. The next side will go a little bit faster. So we're just gonna sway our arms, turning our hips, keeping our feet pointed forward, and just swinging back and forth. This is really good to relax your nervous system. Okay, coming back to stillness. We're in mountain pose. Here we go on the other side. So pressing down on that right foot, hands on your hips. And on this side, I'm going to show you all the different arm movements. I didn't forget on the other side. Just wanted to concentrate on our feet. So now that we kind of know where our feet are going, we're pressing down on our right foot, coming up, bringing that left heel towards our right ankle, slight micro bend in that right knee, drawing that right knee out to the side. All right, so taking a few breaths here, I'm going to show you the different arm poses we can do. So hands on your hips. This is option 1. Option 2 is hands at heart center. So elbows out to the side, palms and fingertips pressing into each other. And then the second option is slowly raising your arms up, growing your tree, hands above, and palms facing each other. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears and standing tall. So those are the 3 options. You can try them wherever. I'm going to go back to hands at heart center while I move up to the second position. So remember, bringing it into the inside of that right calf, right lower leg below your knee. So no part of your foot should be touching your knee right now. Check in with that micro bend in your right knee and bringing the left knee open, opening through the hip. Awesome. You can try to grow your arms here if you want. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths, concentrating on your breath, finding your drishti point again, your non-moving point. Awesome. So let's bring our hands back down to our hips to move to the next level if you want, or you can stay here or go back here. So bringing that left leg in, micro bend in the right knee, shoulders down and back, left knee out to the side. I'm going to grow my tree. And there we go. So again, nice slow deep breaths. Thinking nice and tall, pressing into that right foot for balance. Awesome. All right, so dropping the arms down, dropping your legs down. We're going to make our way down to the mat. So while you get down to the mat, if you have blocks, just have one of them nearby. So we're going to lay all the way down on our backs. All right, knees are pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to walk our heels a little bit in towards our bum. So you can like almost touch your heels with your fingertips. We're going to lightly press our lower back into the mat. Hands are by our sides. All right, and we're going to go into bridge pose. So I want you to feel the soles of your feet on the mat, really pressing into the mat, palms pressing into the mat, shoulders drop back towards the mat. Awesome. So as we inhale, we're going to slowly lift our bum up off the mat, lifting our hips up towards the ceiling, okay? You don't want to go way up. You want to go to a place that's comfortable, and you want to try to kind of get an angle from your knees down to your shoulders. So kind of like
It's like a slide going this way. All right, really pushing through the soles of your feet. So pressing into the mat, using your hands for balance by your side. And then as you slowly exhale, start from the top of your spine and roll all the way down until your lower back meets. And then relax. All right, so when you're going up, you think about like you're hitting every vertebrae as you go up through your spine. So as you inhale and lift, you're lifting up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. So probably up to like kind of like the middle of your back and between your shoulder blades. And then as you slowly lower back down, think about going in reverse and the vertebrae slowly lowering again. Awesome, let's do that one more time. Pushing through those feet, inhaling up, and then slowly lowering back down. Amazing. Our spines are gonna be so happy today because we're moving them in so many different ways. So if you think about the beginning, we did twisting side to side. We did cat-cow, going forward and back. And then now again, we're rotating our spine, flexion and extension going this way again. All right, now this might be my favorite pose. So this is bridge pose with a block. So you can use anything. You can use like a block, a foam block, or something similar in size to this. So you're gonna lift up, press the block, put the block right under your lower back. Sometimes you have to feel around to see what feels good. So this is called restorative bridge pose. All right, so we're just hanging out. We're letting the block do the work for us. And it's relaxing our nervous system, and it's an inversion because our knees are above our heart. And if you have vertigo, you might want to put a pillow behind your head, just so you'll still get all the benefits of it, but not the vertigo symptoms. So just hang out here, roll your shoulders down and back. You can soften your gaze if you want, close your eyes, and you're just lightly pressing into your feet. So you can kind of move your feet around because really the block is doing all the work for us right now. But this is a great time to just kind of concentrate on a few nice, really slow, deep breaths. We're moving to the end of our practice for today. So we're just relaxing. And if this doesn't feel good with the block behind you, take it out and just lay in a relaxed restorative pose with your knees pointed towards the ceiling. Awesome. Lift up your bum, slowly bring that block out and put it to the side. Now we're just gonna windshield wiper our knees. So inhaling here, dropping our knees slowly towards the right, not all the way down, just a little bit. Coming back to center, dropping to the left. Inhaling back to center, exhaling to the right. And I'm massaging our lower back. Back to center, and then we're just going to bring both the knees in, give them a nice bear hug, sending our knees our heels out long. Bring your arms behind your head, stretching your fingertips back, your toes away from you, pointing those fingers away, stretching, and then just come back to corpse pose, final resting for Shavasana. Close your eyes, let your feet relax, relax your jaw, relax your eyes. And let's just take a few slow, deep breaths to end our practice today. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, make your way back to a seated position. Awesome. See how my hair is doing. All right, let's bring our hands to heart center, soft gaze. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe. So thank you so much for joining me for week 2 of our instructional video for the New to Yoga series. Come back again sometime this week maybe for the week 2 class flow. So we will go through what we just learned today, plus a couple add-ins from week 1. And as we just progress along, you're doing amazing, you're learning yoga. If you have any questions, please comment below this video or send me an email or a text or a DM, and I will be glad to answer any of your questions at any time. So I hope you have a great day.